And when Evelina came out on the stage went completely dark. Black crows began to fly overhead. Everybody on the stage, including Evelina, was all in black. Remember, the stage is black. All in black. And she had her fist ball up. She came out a big, black, fat woman. That's what she did. And Dorothy, this little young black girl, killed her. Killed her. Killed her. And then we got to the good witch from the north or the east or wherever. And the lights, technical the lights came on. 6 brothers on each side with fields, with their hair then froze that looked like a fresh cut lawn. 6 burly brothers. I'm talking about they were guarding her. And technicolor lights, and guess who it was? Lena Horne. Lena Horne. Now that girl, that woman that Dorothy killed was a spitting image of my grandmother. All the women in my family look like that woman she killed. Because that woman represents the black race. So does Lena Horne. But most certainly, why is it always that whenever you have with thick lips, whenever you have with short hair, they are placed in a negative light? Because they are the essence of our race. You might not want to deal with that, but we are a black race, people. We are a dark race. And everywhere you see darkness, it is put in a negative light. And so then even you no longer can relate to it. No matter how political you get, there's always that self-doubt. In 46 years of my life, I've never seen an ad that it would allow me to be darker. Every ad they got, every ad we see in the ebony is what? Bleaching cream. Get 3 times lighter. Nat Nola. 3 times lighter. Bleaching cream. Bleaching. That's what they got on the ad. That's why I show you how arrogant and how effective Mentacide is. And then even when you see our images begin to talk, then they become, especially our artists, they become human. Human. I'm not black. I'm human. My art transcends color. You know? Can you imagine a Jewish actor saying my art transcends being Jewish? He wouldn't be an actor too much longer. He sure wouldn't work. That's for sure. But I'm saying to you, I'm giving you these examples of what Mentacide really is. Let's move on because time is fleeting. Let me give you just a couple other examples of this Mentacide. And like I said, tomorrow night I'll talk about the black men and black women, which is take a radical different view of this. Let me give you some others. Another example of Mentacide is that in spite of the fact that President John F. Kennedy and his brother Robert, who was Attorney General, approved the FBI placing surveillance of spying on Martin Luther King. That was started by John F. Kennedy and Robert Kennedy. In spite of that, in spite of now the Freedom of Information Act clearly shows us what we all said back in the 60s, that Kennedy and that the Kennedy was just as racist as George Wallace, and that Wallace was more honest. More honest. Black people still have in their homes pictures of John F. Kennedy and Robert Kennedy hanging on their wall, and usually they got Martin Luther King in the middle, so they're watching him from the grave. John F. Kennedy. And even that's Mentacide. That's a mental act. Another mental act is black people have in their walls their children to look at every day pictures of blonde-haired Jesus and Mary and Joseph and the 12 disciples. And without even thinking, how in the hell could white people come out of Egypt land? That shows you what you can do to the mind. Go to the mind. Go to any black church. And here are the pictures of it. And some of them have tried to get hip. They want the best of power. They have painted that picture black. The same picture, painted black. Still the same sharp nose, same long hair, and they painted it black. That's Mentacide. And these are the type of things I am. Other types of Mentacide. We allow our enemies to teach our children and then wonder why we're in so much trouble. We consciously deliver our children to white teachers consciously and say, teach them. Teach them. Teach our children. Can you imagine? And I always ask this question. Can you imagine the Jews allowing the Arabs to teach their children? Can you imagine the Germans allowing the Jews to teach their children? Even today, Jewish people do not marry Germans. Jews don't even buy Volkswagens. You ever seen a Jew driving a Volkswagen? I know somebody will say, yeah. Think about it. All of what you do is start thinking, why are we so different? Here we are on the bottom. Why are we so different? Let's begin to explain it. That's Mentacide. And the whole process, for example, let me give you an example of this about the Catholic.